Hello everyone, this is the 0 Point development team.
Hello.
Here with our stream today as part of the Steam Next Fest. We're streaming 0 Point, the early access version for you guys.
We are.
Just a bit of pre-stream here while people join, a couple minutes early, so got a couple of moments here. What is 0 Point? I'm just going to give you a basic overview of what 0 Point is.
Yeah.
So 0 Point is basically our take on the FTL genre. So FTL, of course, being the hit indie game that sees you flying through space as the captain of your own ship. You've got to take down an enemy capital ship at the end of the game, and you have to manage crew and make sure that your ship doesn't catch fire, doesn't get hull breaches, whilst also simultaneously taking down the enemy ship. So basically, you know, managing your own problems while ensuring the enemy ship gets lots of problems as well. It's that kind of game. Very, very famous, of course, for being extremely compelling, lots of engaging gameplay, roguelike, so it's different each time. So this is basically our take on that genre. 0 Point is in the style of FTL, and of course what we've done with this game is made the jump from 2D to 3D. So it's a pretty big and exciting project for us. We're quite passionate about the genre, so it's something we've really been enjoying working on. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the stream today.
Yeah, we have like this dream out. One of the things we wanted to do was to get in a 3D look.
Yep, absolutely. A 3D look at your interior, basically.
So the interior, so that, you know, in the old FTL, you never saw that. You never got to see that. We've actually put this in the game. We hope you like the way we've done it.
Yeah, you can see here on the screen now, I'm not sure if we're actually live on the event at the moment, but you can see on the screen now anyway some shots from development as we were developing this game. You've got here different looks at, you know, how basic development progressed. So, you know,
it doesn't look like it's live on this page at the moment.
I think it is. Yeah, I think we just need to go to check the broadcast URL. I'm pretty sure we're live. Steam is a bit slow sometimes updating.
I think it takes a couple of minutes to update.
It does, yeah, but it should be live.
So if you can't see us, you will see.
Yeah, we're live now. Yeah,
we're live. Yeah, there, but not here.
We will. Yeah, I'm sure we'll pop up in a minute. Just give us a hello in the chat if you're there, guys. We'll be responding as well during the stream to any questions or comments you may have during the chat. So just can open up that on my monitor here as well. Yeah, great. I can see it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're just getting started basically. So if you're just joining the stream, welcome. This is the 0 Point dev team here with 0 Point, which, as we were just saying, we're going to say it again because I think that some people are just joining here the stream. Actually, have you got confirmation that we are showing live now, or is it still?
No, not
Steam's being a bit slow, is it?
Page, no.
Oh, it does do this sometimes.
Well, it should be on the store page, but it's not at the moment. So
all right,
we don't know why. It might be coming up in a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll give Steam a couple of minutes. Sometimes it does do that. So
here we go. Here we go.
Oh right, here we go. Yeah.
So you should be able to see us now on the Steam page or the store page if you can. I think that's probably shows that they weren't seeing it, but they're coming in now.
Good, nice. Okay.
So,
yeah. So hello everyone. Welcome to the 0 Point development stream here from the devs of the game. We are streaming as part of the Steam Next Fest. This is 0 Point, as we were just saying, our take on the FTL genre. So what we've basically done is we've taken the roguelike flavored gameplay of FTL, which saw you in command of your own ship, sailing through the galaxy, taking out the enemy capital ship at the end of the game, managing your crew, managing your problems, all this kind of thing. We've basically taken that and transitioned that from the 2D sprite-based look of FTL into 3D in 0 Point. And what you can see on the screen right now is some screenshots of development from the earliest stages right up to where we are now.
Yes.
So this is, I think, during the alpha stages of 0 Point, as you can see here. We'll be showing you today, though, the early access build that we are basically working on, which will be available soon on Steam on early access. There's actually a version of 0 Point available right now to play it on Steam, which is the demo version, which you can get just below the stream there. You can see there's a button to get the demo. Also, go ahead and add 0 Point to your wish list if you think this is something that interests you. It's certainly something we're really excited about.
Yeah, we've
hyped about working on it.
Yeah, we've had a good response on our Twitter. People seem to be interested in the game. We're pleased with it. We're very excited about the game.
Yeah.
And we've got as my colleague just said there, we've got you've got a demo there you can play, but we're actually playing the early access version we've got, which we hope to bring out very, very soon. So we've got a wish list there. Wish list the game if you're interested in this game.
Absolutely.
Because you will then be notified when that early access comes out, and you'll be able to grab it and get involved with us as this game progresses. And we've got some exciting things perhaps stored up for this, which we'll talk about in this stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of exciting things to share with you guys. So just to briefly cover all the differences here that that we'll be showing today between the demo version and the early access version, which is currently being worked on. Not publicly available yet, but will be soon, as we just said. So in early access, you've got some new features. Firstly, the ability to lock onto enemy ships, which we'll be showing you very shortly. So you can set a target for your weapons. They'll remember the target you've set, it'll lock on, and then it'll auto fire, so you don't need to keep re-assigning your weapons each time you want to fire, which we think is a pretty important feature.
Yeah.
You've then also got the ability to upgrade some of your ship modules in early access. This is something that's in active development. We'll be working on it even more, adding new features. We're going to be also adding the ability to manage your ship's cargo and equipment later on, such as weapons, etc. But for now, you can upgrade your modules, so we'll be showing you how that works shortly. Modules in 0 Point are the equivalent of, I believe they were called systems in FTL, things like your gunnery, medical bay, engineering, all this kind of thing that you need to keep your ship running, basically.
Yeah, so these, yeah, that's right. So what you can see here, actually, on this screen, these actually guys, you see here, these guys you will actually see in the game. So this is not just something you're just going to see on the splash, the splash screen, but you're going to see these fellas in the game and actually control them. They're going to be your crew. You're going to be their captain, and so we've got to get the whole feel that you got from FTL into this game, and we hope you think we've done it. So
yeah, I hope you like what we've done here, guys. This is a project we're really passionate about. So just going to open up here by showing you what my colleague was saying there with regard to actually seeing your crew in the game. So not only do you have this exterior view at the top where you can see your ship and your various modules marked on it, you can also then mouse over each module to see inside your ship. So this is something we'd always planned for 0 Point, to have an immersive look inside your ship's interior. Of course, in FTL, although you could see inside your ship, it was kind of a top-down view. You felt a bit distant and detached with these little sprite men running around doing their thing. In 0 Point, you can actually have that look at inside what they're doing right now at any given moment, just by mousing over each module.
That's right.
So you can see we've got a guy, O'Shea, here. He's got the orange Federation engineering uniform on. He's in the engineering module. We've got their Briggs there. He's got the regular crewman's uniform, and he's manning the shields. And in the bridge, of course, we've got Stuart, the pilot, or if you will, the captain, although you're the real captain, but he's wearing the gold uniform there, and he's on the bridge. So different parts of the ship. So let's go through these modules and just explain what they do for our watchers here. So
let's just pick up on when you said that, actually, about different parts of the ship there'll be, just before we go to the icons and how. So when you're in battle and you're in gameplay and it's actually happening, when you scroll over these different ones down the bottom here, we're just going to the mouse, there's shields engineering, you'll see what's going on as it happens. So if they have a breach, or if they maybe have a fire, you'll see that fire, and then you'll see them going actually put it out. You will actually tell them to go and put it out or whatever. And they will go, for example, from the I don't know, they might be over in the med bay or something. They'll go over to the we've got a breach in the bridge or whatever, and they'll go over there and they'll do the stuff.
For example, we could order Briggs here to go from the shields room to the medical room, and the camera will actually follow him and running around the ship, doors opening, all this kind of thing going on. So you've really got this this feeling of being the captain of the ship as you order the crew around, and it just adds to the immersion. You can save and load your crew stations there, by the way, which is a handy button. We'll be using that no doubt during the stream. So yeah, you've got firstly starting from the right, then you've got the bridge there with Stuart on the bridge. Now the bridge is very important. Firstly, if there's no one on the bridge, let's take Stuart off the bridge, you get a warning there at the top that says bridge not manned. That means you now can't warp, so you've got to have someone on the bridge to actually warp to the next sector. Also, if your bridge goes down for any reason, you're going to lose all your ship's evasion capabilities. Look in the top left there, underneath the shields bar, underneath where it says hull, you can see it says evade 15%. So that's your chance to dodge incoming shots, similar to FTL. So right now I've got this guy here, O'Shea, on the engineering. If I take him off the engineering, putting him into medical, you'll notice that the evasion drops to 10%, because having your engineering module manned, of course, gives you an evasion bonus. If I remove the power from engineering by right-clicking on the icon and holding, you can see the evasion chance drops down to 0%, because of course I've got no power in my engineering module. So if I can send O'Shea back there and turn that engineering module back on, and my evasion is back again. So that's a really important module as well. Without that, you won't be going anywhere, you won't be dodging incoming fire. So really important.
Exactly, and you're going to have to balance all these games in, all these points in game, like you did in FTL, to make sure that your ship doesn't end up in pieces.
That's right, absolutely. Again, we're going to welcome during the stream any comments or questions from the chat. Let us know. We'll be happy to answer those on stream as well. Have you got the chat there?
Yeah, you've got the chat open. The chat is open. If you want to talk in the chat, you're welcome to. We'll answer you if we can.
Yep.
If you've got a question, more than happy to.
Yeah, happy to. So we'll move on then to the next system here. We've got the gunnery. So this obviously is a really important part of your ship. Right now we've got North here in the gunnery. Now, having a guy manning your gunnery module on the panel there will increase your weapon charge rate. So that's something you definitely want to be happening during combat as much as possible. Needless to say, if you lose this module, if it goes offline for any reason, your weapons will lose all their charge. You won't be able to fire them. For example, take the power out of the gunnery and the weapons go offline, which is not something you want. Notice when I put the gunnery back online, the weapons start to charge again. If you look at the top here, you can see them charging up. They're sort of glowing blue there.
Yeah,
the more blue they glow, basically the higher the charge they've got. So that's something that is a pretty nifty feature there to, basically see at a glance how much charge you've got. That also applies to the enemy weapons as well. They'll glow to indicate their charge level.
Yeah.
Moving along then, you've got your sensors. Sensors module is pretty essential if you want to see where the enemy ship modules are located. With these offline, you won't be able to see where they are on the enemy ship, so that of course will affect your targeting. So just like in FTL, you're going to want to target specific modules to do as much damage as you can to the enemy's ability to hurt you.
Exactly.
Because this is all about surviving.
That's right. They will do the same to you.
I just knocked the mic, sorry.
Just knocked the mic, big bang, but they will do the same to you. They will try to attack. Your enemy will try to attack once we get out into the space and into the universe shortly.
Yeah,
will see they will try to attack those, and of course if they hit your sensors, that's going to be an area where you cannot see. Your ship will be blinded, etc. and so forth. They hit the shields, your shields go down. So the standard
obviously,
stuff.
You don't want to lose your shields. So let's just give an example here of what happens if your shields do go offline. Let's reduce the power from the shields from 10 to 0, and of course your shields go down. That's not very handy. Of course, that way you're basically fully exposed to incoming fire. One thing of interest about the shields though is you can actually adjust the power level to the shields. If you put just 2 reactor power into them like that, they will come back online, but now they're a lot weaker than they would be at full strength. So that of course is represented at the top here. You can see the color of the shield bar is actually slightly not transparent, it's dimmer. Now if I increase the power of the shields back up to 10, you'll notice that they take a while to recharge to full strength, but of course the power of the shield bar there is slightly more vibrant in color to indicate you're going to take more incoming hits. We'll move along then quickly to security. The security module will in the future be used to control your doors. So right now this is not implemented in the early access build at this stage. It will however be implemented in the near future because door control will be important for things like dealing with fires and repelling borders, this kind of thing. That's what we've got planned for that. Actually, if you look on the bottom screen there, you can see that door visible in the center is an airlock door. Compare it to some of the other doors on the ship, you can see they look different. So the airlock door will be used to vent oxygen out of your ship into space, so that's going to be fairly important to get that right. Don't want your crew suffocating, etc. Come to the med bay. This is a fairly self-explanatory part of the ship that basically heals your crew while they're inside the med bay. The more power you have to med bay, the faster the crew will heal. That's not too hard there. Also, you've got life support, another essential module on your ship. No oxygen will mean, of course, your crew suffocate. So keeping this particular module powered is essential. Take the module power offline, you will see that the oxygen level at the top starts dropping. If that gets below a critical level, your crew are going to start to suffocate, and you don't want that. So we're going to keep that back online there, like so. So that pretty much wraps it up for the modules. Without further ado, I think it's time to warp. So we've got here at the top our warp button there. We've actually added a slight pulsing glow to that because we had noticed a couple of customer feedback or comments from players saying that they weren't sure where the warp button was, or they weren't sure what to do. So it glows now basically.
Yeah. Have we spoken about ship?
Yeah, we haven't covered that, but we'll do shortly. We'll just do some warping first.
So you
cover that. Yeah.
When you warp, you'll see in a minute when we go that the warp has a recharge time on it. So
whilst you're in combat,
So once you warp, you can't just warp immediately. You'll have to. It has a recharge time on it, which you have to be strategic with how you use it.
Just to the left of warp there, you've got on the left-hand side your crystallite, 50 crystallite. That is basically the scrap, if you will, from FTL in this game, which is like your currency resource, very important for buying things, upgrading your ship, etc.
Yeah.
You've got there on on the right, the fuel. In this case, in the early access, we set that to 50. In the final game, or certainly in future early access builds, you won't quite have that much fuel, so it's going to be important to manage that so you don't run out. Underneath that, we've got torpedoes. 10 torpedoes. They are used, of course, for torpedo ammo, which is used for things like the FM5 torpedo launcher, a powerful missile-based weapon that, of course, has limited ammo, so conserving that ammo is going to be part of strategic gameplay in 0 Point. So, yeah, I think we've covered most of these modules here. Let's warp to the next sector in this game. So, right now, you can see this is how the star chart looks at present. You'll notice one of these sectors is marked Gate. Now, the Gate sector is like your objective in early access. Now, there's something big and powerful waiting for you there, so we don't recommend going straight to the Gate sector. No. Sometimes you'll be able to just warp straight there, depending on how these sectors are generated. If you do, though, there's a good chance you're going to lose and get your backside kicked pretty badly, so you don't really want that to happen. Yeah, so you're going to get your butt kicked. That's right. So you don't want that. So we recommend firstly exploring as much of the system as you can through these different sectors. It will, perhaps give you things like upgrades for your ship, better weapons, etc. So, yeah, let's head out to the first sector with our hyperspace animation playing there. We're going to warp in. We've got a pirate scout here. A Federation civilian transport in this area of space is taking fire from a band of lightly armed pirate scouts. You overhear some chatter soon after you arrive. "Curses, boys, it's the feds. The rest of you dogs get out of here. I'll buy you some time." Most of the pirates quickly walk away and the sole remaining ship arms its weapons. This guy here is a pirate, as you can see with his grey-coloured markings on his ship there, and we're going to start teaching this pirate a lesson or two. So he's hit our oxygen module there, our life support, that wasn't too handy. We've punched a hole through his shields with our ML3 tri-laser, although right now I think we're not doing enough damage. We're going to unleash some missiles, so let's get that FM5 on the go. He's already knocked our hull for twice there. Direct hit on his gunnery, that's taking his gunnery out of action. We're going to target his engineering next. We could go for his shields, but this time I think we'll take out his engineering, stop him from moving. And that was a miss. The thing with Scout class ships in this game, Maverick class, is that they are rather manoeuvrable, so therefore have a high dodge chance. So that means that although they're fairly weak in terms of hull armor, you might have a job hitting them. It's quite tough to do that sometimes. So, and looks like that's another miss there. I think we're going to have to unleash another torpedo. We may have to on this one. And fire that torpedo. What's nice about the FM5, of course, is it fires 2 torpedoes for the price of 1. One miss, but 1 hit. And there we go. Yeah, nice. There we go. So the pirate threat eliminated. The transport hails you. Thank you, Captain. Escorts have been thin on the ground lately, and this area is pretty dangerous. Here's some supplies for the assistance. They've dropped us 35 crystalline. That's going to be useful. Go ahead. Right, yeah, we've got 35 there. So you saw there how the screen looks when you actually meet someone. You meet an enemy, or you meet a friend, or whatever. But that's how it looks and how it's set up, and we hope you like that. As you can see at the bottom there, you'll see that view always on, so you know what's going on the inside of the ship as well well as having your icons to navigate on the outside of the ship as well, to take your men there or whatever. Yeah, and speaking of the guys, I'm just going to send them here to repair these modules. You see they're using their wrench there to repair the different modules because they took some minor damage during the battle. Just want to make sure they don't go offline. They've done that. We're going to send them back to their stations before heading on to the next sector. And just before we do that, you actually mentioned the ship menu. That's something we've been working on recently. This menu here will allow you to upgrade the different modules of your ship plus the reactor. It'll also allow you in the future to manage your ship equipment, such as weapons, cargo, that kind of thing. Maybe any upgrades you have for your ship. Right now you can upgrade your gunnery, your shields, engineering, medical and life support, and doing those upgrades will of course give those modules boosts in their own way. Yes. The snag being that each module upgrade you do requires reactor power in order to power it. So, for example, right now, if I take a tick of reactor power, that'll give me 5 more reactor power, which I could then drive into my engines to get better evasion. I can revert that by pressing the red minus button. I could also go for a gunnery upgrade, which in the future will determine the amount of weapons you can have on your ship. I could go for a shields upgrade. That will, of course, give your shields more defensive power, so incoming shots will not be able to drop them as easily. The engineering upgrades, meanwhile, of course, can upgrade your evasion, which is very useful. Personally, whenever I play a game like this, I try to go for an evasion build. That's just me. You can certainly go for shields if you want, or indeed no defense at all. You can just go all out guns, although I'm not sure how that would turn out, but by all means, it's your ship. You can fly it however you want to fly it. You can blow your ship up if you want to. I wouldn't recommend blowing your ship up. But yeah, you've got there the medical bay. Pumping more power into medical will increase the healing rate, and lastly life support. More power to that will increase the oxygen refill rate in your ship, which is useful if your crew are suffocating. So let us proceed now. We're going to go to this sector up here, warping away. Currently in the early access build there's 70 possible random events, which is more than the 30 in the demo. In this sector we have a GLF cruiser noticing our presence and not locking onto our ship. It's time to earn ourselves a nice payday, boys. We'll see about that, you guys. Oh, having said that, these guys have got not only a 1 but 2 MLB tri-lasers. I'm going to use both of our weapons here, otherwise these guys are going to do some serious damage.
Yeah.
O'Shea and Engineering have already taken some hits there. We actually missed their shields module both times. We overshot and landed on the oxygen or around the oxygen instead. That wasn't that helpful. We really need to shut down their shields and gunnery. O'Shea is taking damage and the amount of incoming fire here is something incredible. We've actually managed to take their shields offline. What I'm going to do is send O'Shea to repair medical, but that could be a mistake because, oh my goodness, we've got a fire, guys. We have a fire in security. Yeah. I'm going to send Briggs down there. We're taking out the enemy ship. That's very good, but we're in trouble. Okay, we've got 22 crystallite there, but I'm going to send these guys here to fix this module. As you can see, fire extinguishers at the ready. We're fighting the fire. You can see the status of the fire in the icon, which might be hard to see on the stream. It actually shows you the fire's remaining hit points. Yeah. In other words, how long it's going to be before it gets extinguished.
We've got 2 guys in there now, and they have done.
They've done the fire extinguishing. They're now doing the fixing. All right, that module's back online. What I'd like to see really here is Briggs and North healing in the med bay, while O'Shea goes to engineering. I'll actually send Stuart to engineering as well. Alright, so those 2 guys are going to be healing up in med bay. Meanwhile, we need to get those that engineering module fully fixed up. The last thing you want to do in combat is lose your engines. That's a big no-no. Right. So Briggs is nearly healed. Once he's done that, we're going to send everyone back to their stations with this button here. Now, the problem here we've got, as you can see, is looking at our hull integrity. Those guys in that previous sector had 2 ML3s, which is a very powerful weapon. They've taken us down to only 20% hull this early on. That's a bad sign. I've just noticed as well we've lost some integrity to our sensors, so I'm going to go and repair those too. With our hull already this low, we did, with our hull already this low, this is a pretty bad sign. We would ideally like to see some kind of repair sector soon. Currently there are repair sectors. Go ahead, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, so the hull, so the hull doesn't auto-generate.
No, it doesn't.
Does it?
No.
So, once you get your hull down, this is why it's very strategic. Once your hull gets down to this sort of level, you're going to have to either find someone that's going to fix it for you, an upgrade or something like that, or
it'll be in the future version of the early access a store. So stores will be used to, of course, sell weapons, upgrades, hull repair, that kind of thing. Those aren't currently in the early access, but fear not, there are hull repair sectors, which hopefully we're going to encounter on our journey. I'm hoping so.
So the hull repair sectors,
right now.
Yeah, that's right. So the hull repair sectors are in the early access we're playing at the moment.
They are.
Are they in the demo?
I believe there's one in the demo as well. In the future versions of this early access, there will be, of course, stores.
Yes, that's right. So, but as I said earlier on, wish list us, because once the early access comes out, which we hope is very soon now, you'll get a notification. You can get in there and get involved in it with us.
Yeah, that's right. So in this sector, we've got a yellow alert, a distant black hole, but readings indicate that it could threaten the vicinity within as little as 1 year. Yeah, we need to get going before that black hole gets any closer. Yeah. So let's see. We're going to move on to the next sector here. I'm thinking right now about doing some ship upgrades, to be honest with you. And with our hull already so low, we've got a pirate here. Uh-oh, they hail, you picked the wrong sector to get lost in, mate. Right, okay, so this guy is packing a Viper beam. The Viper is a fairly powerful beam weapon that can do decent damage to shields and moderate hull damage. We don't really want him firing that, so I'm going to launch our full arsenal of weapons at his gunnery module. He has managed to get through our shields. He's done a moderate amount of damage to our security module, but it looks like he's already on the ropes. Yeah. I don't think he has much chance now of surviving. If our torpedoes can get through, that'd be handy. And they did. He's down. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we're in trouble here. We got 3 torpedoes there from that encounter, but
that's good.
Our hull armor very, very low now. This is not looking good.
So we need to be careful where we go now, who we bump into.
What I'm going to do is buy some reactor power here on the ship status menu. Just 1 tick of that, which will give me the ability to enhance my engineering module further. Actually, what I could have done there, I didn't see that, I could have actually taken power out of medical temporarily and put that into my engineering module, so that was a slight oversight on my part there. I could also, at this point, take another tick of engineering power to boost our module there, but I'm not going to do that because I have 79 crystallite at the moment, and in a future sector we might see something like a weapons sales merchant, maybe a hull repair, so I'm going to keep onto that crystallite for now. So let's walk to this neighbouring sector right now and see what awaits us in this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, this is not good. No.
Okay, so
no,
you've got
this
a
is not
Dragoon
good.
class cruiser there. That's bad.
That's an enemy Dragoon, and not just any Dragoon, he's heavily armed. He's got a Viper and 2 FM5 torpedoes. We are really on the ropes right now. We didn't need this.
Now, what I do, I would normally try to get out there as soon as possible.
Right.
But as we said earlier, you've got a charging time on your warp.
That's
so
right.
this is the problem you've got, you see. So you have to wait for that to run. You can't run immediately.
Yes, you're going to have to wait for that to charge. So, I mean, right now we've actually just pumped some more power into engines, so our charge time will be slightly faster than normal, but even so, we're going to have to throw everything we have at this guy's gun rate in order to have a chance of surviving here. Right, so yeah, I'm concerned now, guys. I really am concerned that we've got some damage on his guns. If we can, we've got incoming torpedoes ×2 plus a Viper beam. This could be the end. Oh no.
Okay, so this is one of the things that can happen.
How embarrassing! Beaten by our own game.
Yeah, that was the problem. So yeah, this is the thing, and there's the bits of our ship and
bits of a ship floating around in space. Yeah, 495 score. Yeah, that's not my best run, to be honest. I've done better than that in the past. That wasn't great. Wasn't great.
No, so yeah, this is the thing. We came across that Dragoon class cruiser there when we'd already got
the hull very low there,
down.
beaten up by the previous
This is
encounters.
the thing, and it depends what they're going to do, what you're going to do. So I suppose we could have said that we shouldn't have let our hull get down that low. We could have moved out the way and saw that coming earlier.
Yeah.
And said, wait a minute, let's get out of this battle. It's not doing us too good.
I think
probably what we should have done.
With that guy with the 2 ML3s, we could have run from that battle. I think we just took too much hull damage trying to face that guy so early on.
And this is the roguelike of it. I mean, it's like FTL. So if you've been a long way through the game, you really need to think about the things I just said.
Yeah.
If you start losing your hull, because
that's right.
If you've been in the game a long time, you've brought up a lot of crystal things. Does the crystal carry over?
Crystallite does not carry over.
Right.
So basically, an interesting point there you raise about things that carry over from previous playthroughs. I'm just restarting the game here. I believe there's.
Because I'm guessing people will ask that,
Oh yeah, really?
No, yeah. I'm guessing going to ask things like, will your pickups carry over if you get knocked out like we just have?
Yeah. Any questions from chat there? Happy to take them if we've got any in the chat. Let's see, I'm just going to restart 0 Point. There's a couple of issues in early access right now that we're aware of. Shouldn't be present in the final build though. This is just for the purposes of the stream here. So let's see, have we got a picture on 0 Point? We have.
Thanks for that from the Rec Writer.
Got a question, Rec Writer.
And he's also asked how many different random encounters are we talking about? So in the
final
access
version or early access. So right now in the demo version, which you can get from the store page right now, there's 30 encounters, 30 possible events.
That's just a demo.
That's just a demo. In early access, we've got 70 right now, and in the final game, we'll be looking at hundreds for sure. So we'd like to have lots of variety. You know, so each run will be different.
Yeah, so in the final version we'll have hundreds. We've already got 70 in the game you see now. But for events, random encounters, we'll be looking at hundreds in the final game. So
there'll be lots of variety.
There'll be lots going on, lots of things. You're not going to keep coming across the same things. Not by any chance. No.
I mean, just like in FTL, of course, you will invariably encounter sectors you already hit before, just like FTL does it. But as with that game, each run is different. So each time you're going to get a different combination, which adds a lot to the roguelike element. Also, is there a meta progression? So this is something I was going to cover earlier, actually, before we got taken out by that enemy Dragoon. Basically, you've got in the original FTL a situation where each run is completely starting from scratch, as you know. So every time you return to the hangar, you basically start from zero, But the trend with modern roguelikes, with games like Hades, other games like that, is to actually give the player, if they want, certain optional upgrades before they start the run that can be unlocked during gameplay. And of course, things like random events where possibly you might, for example, encounter some of your previous crew from an old run in an escape pod, this kind of thing. So it's possible that yes, these kinds of elements are on the table right now. What we'd like to possibly do, certainly at least in the short to mid-term, would be to have upgrades that are applicable by you before you start each run, and those are optional. For example, you might during one run unlock the enhanced hull armor, augment, upgrade, whatever we're going to call it. Then if you apply that to your ship before you start the run, you'll have, for example, 30% more hull armor. Now, if you use those particular upgrades, it won't prevent you from completing the game. You can complete the game normally, but there may be some kind of of little notation underneath your score at the end that for example, those upgrades were used. Or another way we could do it possibly is have it so that on hard mode they aren't available. This kind of thing. The idea here is to make sure that players of all outlooks, if you like, are catered for, both both players who are looking for a more casual approach, with, you know, not quite as extremely difficult as the original FTL was, and also people who want the full pure roguelike experience. So both types are covered. That's what we'd like to do with 0 Point.
Yeah. So FTL is all about strategic gameplay.
I think it's about your tactical decisions very much as well.
It's tactical, strategic, hopefully on the edge of your seat type of gameplay instead of more sit back. Because if you just go into it and play it casually, as it were, like that, you're going to end up like you just saw with us.
Yeah, of course. I mean, a lot of people, you know, one of the most common things I see about FTL on the internet is a lot of people saying it was too hard. You know, guys saying, I've been playing FTL for 8 years, I've never beaten the capital ship, this sort of thing. And I definitely do sympathise. As for me, FTL is a game I put a lot of hours into personally. Something I was very passionate about. I believe I beat the game with every layout of every ship. I also beat it on hard mode many times. It's a game that I really found a lot of fun in. So for me, this is also a project I'm passionate about as well, to make this as good as it can be. We'll be doing our best to make 0 Point, as I say, the best it can be. Yeah, no worries, Wreck Writer. Thanks for your question. Any further questions from the chat? Go ahead, guys. We'll be happy to answer. Yeah. So on the last run, as you know, we basically took a bit of a beating there because we were a bit slow in dealing with the enemy threat. What I'm going to do now, actually, just to show you guys, I'm going to go straight to the gate sector to illustrate why it's not a good idea to do that.
Since we just got knocked out, we can show.
We've got nothing to lose. All right, and it's just generated close to the start. So when you've reached the gate sector, you'll come across a warp station. You soon receive a panic distress call. Mayday, this is Federation Warp Station Sigma Rose 7. We're under attack by a heavily armed GLF warship. Our shields can't take much more punishment, requesting immediate assistance. So you have no choice here but to fight your way out this system, or perhaps to run. Looking at the top screen there, you'll notice on the top left there is the Federation station, and this is the warp station that you'll use to get to the next system in the final version of the game. Got here a Legion class battleship of the GLF. These guys are meaning serious business. They've got three ML3s and 2 ML2s. Oh no, please, no mercy. Give me some mercy.
We'll fire something in a minute once we can get our engines back.
I got their gunnery. Okay, this is absolutely fantastic. So
it's good. Yeah.
Sometimes what will happen, I'm actually going to let them repair their gunnery just to show you guys the full effect. But sometimes what will happen is you'll get fortunate and they won't be able to destroy your gunnery before you can destroy theirs. If that happens, it's actually possible in the early access to finish these guys before you go to any other sector, but that is heavily RNG dependent. I'm going to let them get their gunnery back online and show you how powerful these guys are. Also, it largely depends what particular configuration of guns these guys have. I've seen them sometimes with multiple Viper beams, multiple torpedo launchers, which can wreck you in seconds. So it really depends. Just like in FTL, there's a lot of RNG in what the ships will get. You have different configurations and layouts of different weapons on each ship you encounter. You might have a very, an easy encounter one sector. The next sector is going to be rock hard. As you can see, we're almost completely wiped out now by this enemy attack. So this is not a sector.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is not a sector you want to go to straight away unless you're feeling particularly fortunate that day. You're feeling lucky, as they say. So right, that's pretty much why you don't want to go there.
I think it's fair to say that in the early access release, you won't have access to this in the demo that we've just seen there, but in the early access, we'll probably be looking at that to make sure it's going to be very, very difficult to go straight to. In fact, you probably won't be able to do it. Yeah, I mean,
but the balance-wise, it's going to be probably a 90% chance of destruction if you go there straight away in the final version. We'll probably tweak their shields slightly, maybe, so they're slightly harder to punch through. Maybe give them a couple upgrades. This is going to be a tough, basically, encounter, which certainly for now we have planned at the end of each system. What we don't want to do is make it too tough. Obviously, if you have a boss at the end of each system, you've got 8 systems, then by the time you reach the capital ship, you're going to be, barely even holding together. So if you get there at all, so balance for us is very, very important. We want a game experience that makes sense, that is fun and fair. So we don't want to make it too hard for the player, don't want to make it too easy for the player. And is that something we're confident we can do? Particularly, we're happy to listen to community feedback as well. So
that's what the early access is also all about, of course.
Yeah, we've got a Discord as well. And a Twitter. If you join our Discord, you'll be able to contribute towards balancing, testing of builds, etc. and so forth, which we very much appreciate. So right, guys, let's go to the next sector on our run. We're going to go to this one here and see what awaits us. So, we've got a GLF Fortress here, Legion class battleship. Oh no, you're kidding me. You stumbled across a GLF Dreadnought undergoing repairs. It looks like some of its weapon systems have been removed for maintenance. Before you can think what to do, the battleship raises its shields and targets you. You have to fight your way out this one. So these guys here, they have, as the description said there, had most of their guns removed for maintenance, fortunately, because they're undergoing repairs, but they still got an ML3, which can do some damage to us.
Which is a heavy, it can certainly damage us.
You'll notice how they have very strong shields compared to the previous ships. We've hit them with pretty hard there and have only just punched through their shields. They're on our shields already, so we might consider walking away from this one. I'm just going to see what happens though. Okay, yeah, we got their guns offline. That was pretty close.
Yeah.
I'm going to target their shields next. These guys can take a beating. They're down to 3/4 hull at the moment. What I'm going to do as well is hold my torpedoes back until the shields are down, because if you actually notice there, firing torpedoes at shields is not very effective. In this game right now, they don't phase through shields like they did in FTL, but they do just a tiny amount of damage to shields, so therefore it's a waste to have them hitting enemy shields. You want them impacting enemy hull armor to do maximum damage.
Yeah, there's a very good
Taken out the enemy battleship there with a mighty explosion. That's one less weapon in the GLF's arsenal. Indeed, 46 crystallite there. That's very useful for our ship right now. Took a small amount of hull damage, but I think for the 46 crystallite we got, that was worth it. So we're going to go to the top sector now. I'm going to be a little bit more liberal with my spending of crystallite here, because in the last run we didn't do that well. Federation Captain, your time is up. Surrender now and you'll be well treated. If not, you'll leave us no choice but to engage. We're certainly not surrendering, so let's take out this enemy Dragoon class cruiser. Currently in the demo there's a variety of different ships, in the early access there's a variety of different ships, as you may have noticed. Oh, we're being hit here.
So this is where you need to be careful on our hull here, because this is what happened last time.
Yep, that's right.
And you notice as well, the lads at the top there, Stuart, North, Briggs, etc., they are saying certain things as your game progresses. Now, at the moment, I believe that's not voiced, is it?
Not currently.
But, they are talking sometimes. Yeah?
Down
and
goes.
There he goes, we get him.
Yes.
But we're probably having that voiced as well, we think, don't we? Probably. At the moment, they say random things like yes, sir, etc., don't they?
Yeah, we can demonstrate that. We've got 28 crystallite there, 3 fuel. That's handy. So if I click a guy here.
Yes, sir.
There he is, and I can send him to the medical bay.
Understood.
So you've got some basic voice scripts going on there.
But possibly those announcements they're giving, we might have them voiced as well, just to add a bit of fun to it.
Possibly, yeah, possibly
as well.
We'd also like in the future to add, perhaps, when the enemies hail you, to have their captain pop up on the screen in a similar way with their message on the screen. Their heads visible, talking, this
Star
kind
Trek
of thing.
style.
Adding some bit of immersion and flavour to the game.
Yeah.
Hi there, Zoru Mech. Yeah, we made it. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the stream. Thanks. So just going to send everyone back to their. Just going to return that to return to stations there. Zoramek says FGL with audio cues is a big up. Yeah, that's right, absolutely. We'd certainly like to add some more voicing to the game. We think certainly in this day and age voicing adds a lot of immersion to a game, so that's definitely on the table as well.
Yeah, it is. We like even now the little bits we've got in now add something to it, which is good.
Right.
But
you notice as well there that O'Shea was just going through a room there, so I'm going to let him repair the security module and show you that again. So you can see there he's actually heading through a room. I've just paused it there so you can see on the bottom of the screen. That room just currently has some cargo crates in it right now and is not normally visible during gameplay. In the future we'd like that room to contain an additional module, which currently we're considering as a teleporter module for your ship. But that'll be something we're adding during early access. I'm pretty excited about the ability to board enemy ships, ability to repel incoming boarders. This is going to be pretty fun, so we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Okay guys, we've got 124 crystallite. What I'm going to do now is take power out of medical, put it in engineering. That boosts my evasion chance to 20% straight away. I'm thinking about spending here on the reactor or a module. If we go shields or engineering, we'll get better defenses. Enemy weapons so far in this run have been pretty tough, so I think we're going to go engineering. So we're going to put some more power in engineering. Currently we can't actually power that unless perhaps we take some power out of life support. So what I'm going to do is reduce life support to just the threshold that keeps our oxygen at 98% or thereabouts. No, it's still dropping, so I need a touch more in there. Now, is it going to still drop? Just keeping an eye on the O2 at the top. It's on 97% at the moment, so it's just holding steady. I'm going to pump that power into engineering. It's dropping very slowly, but now we've got 22% of A chance, so we're being really careful here with how we manage our ship's power.
Yes. So we were working there with the lower part of the screen, weren't we?
Yeah, absolutely, down the bottom there.
We're down the bottom there.
Sensors immediately detect a GLF presence in the sector as you enter, but it seems their ship's in distress. You receive a panic transmission. Your Federation? We don't want to fight. Our 0-point engine is close to breaching. We don't have much time. Please save us. So here you can either send an away team to help the stricken rebel ship, you can open fire if you're feeling particularly nasty today, or you can leave them to fate. So we're going to try and help these guys out. We're not monsters after all.
Okay.
We'll try and help them out.
Yeah, we'll help them.
You reluctantly order your engineering crew to assist the stricken vessel. Once on board their ship, your engineer is able to identify a faulty power module as the reason for the impending core rupture and quickly fits a replacement. I'm at a loss for words. I didn't know chivalry still existed in these times. Thank you, noble foe. The relieved GLF crew transfers a generous payment along with their sincere thanks for saving their lives. We've got 38 crystallite, 2 fuel and 4 torpedoes out there. That was handy. Now you notice here that because our oxygen level has been dropping since earlier when I reduced the power to life support, we've actually got an amber warning here for oxygen flashing on each of the rooms. That means the O2 level is going down and has gone below basically 90%. So it's just letting you know that, you know, you might want to consider putting more power to life support.
Yeah.
You might want to consider repairing it, or you know, whatever else it needs, excuse me. So what I'm going to do here is actually knock down that power in engineering back to 10 again, put that back into life support because we don't really want our crew suffocating if we can avoid it. So yeah, let's see now. Zoramek saying, I got to play the demo myself and really enjoyed what you have available. I have to say well done so far, guys. Thanks very much. Really appreciate that. Greatly appreciate your feedback. Thank you.
It's good to have positive feedback. It's encouraging for us.
Yes, definitely. Very encouraging. So I'm not really sure what to do now, whether to actually spend our crystallite or save it for later. This is a constant decision you have to make during the game, just like you'd have to in FTL, whether to spend your money available or to keep it. It's a pretty tough decision sometimes. I'm going to hold on to it for 1 or 2 more sectors. If you get in trouble, you can always spend it on upgrades. So yeah, let's go to this one. It's really part of the decision making in this game. It's oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. This guy is the same encounter we got earlier. He's got 2 ML3s. I'm not feeling good about this one.
No, I think we should not hang around with this.
No,
I think we should look to get out there pretty quickly.
These ML3s are very dangerous. Yeah, no, he's already hitting our ship heavily. We need to get out. If these torpedoes don't destroy his gunnery, we're out of here. Come on, destroy his gunnery. Come on. Yes, it's down. A breach in the enemy gunnery. That's nice.
Oh, that's good.
Very nice. You'll see there, guys, that the enemy gunnery has a breach warning on it, just flashing the breach icon, which means that he's going to take a while to repair that before we can get that back online. That's really good. I was about to run there, but in this case, just hanging in there a couple more seconds has actually benefited us, because we will certainly, almost certainly, now be able to take out his ship while he's fixing that breach. That's really useful. His shields are down now. He's a sitting duck. Come on, guys, let's finish him off. Come on. Alright, the 2 modules that got damaged in his attack have been repaired. I'm just going to send Briggs to fix the sensors. We don't want to lose those. Yeah. Enemy ship down. That was a close one.
That was close, yeah. So that could easily have gone either way.
Yeah, that one.
It just happened we managed to get his his weapons there. That doesn't always happen. You know, it might be missiles miss, or they're not. His shields are more powerful, or whatever.
That can certainly happen. Yep, torpedoes can miss, which can put you in a tough position.
Which is what you'll find when you go through this game. You think, oh well, I did that last time. I'll do it again this time.
Not necessarily.
That won't necessarily happen. Okay.
Not necessarily.
It's not going to be an easy win on that sort of things. You know.
Definitely. So this guy here is packing he's a GLF destroyer, packing a Viper beam and also an ML3. That's a fairly dangerous combination. Once again, I'm going to go all weapons available onto his gunnery. This is a tactic I like to do. If I'm being honest with you, right now I feel like this tactic is even a bit too effective possibly, so we might perhaps nerf that in the future. We'll see. As for now though, it's definitely a tactic I'm going to be using here. We've taken some damage to our ship.
It's effective, but you see, now I would actually be thinking about getting out there now, I think.
I would do, but we've taken out his gunnery, so therefore he is in trouble. And his shields are down too. Yeah, he's on the ropes. This guy's he's done for. We got it. Yeah. All right, that was a nice result. Now, of course, as you see here, the FM5 torpedoes are very effective in taking out enemy hull armor. The only problem with those is you only have a limited number of them. So right now we're only dealing with the first system here in early access. So therefore, this is something that we don't need to worry about too much. But in the final version of the game, you'll have a limited number of torpedoes to manage throughout the entire game. So therefore, if you use all the torpedoes at once, you won't have them for later on, and you're just going to have a single ML3 to your name, which means that is going to be a very major consideration to ensure you don't overspend your ammo. So I think here with our ship hull armor down to 45%, we probably want to consider getting some upgrades for our ship modules. So I'm actually looking at our modules right now and I'm thinking, yeah, we've got some power and engineering here. We probably want to get some more reactor power. I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to boost put 5 more power into reactor. That's going to boost our evasion rate to 25% here. I'd also ideally like to get some more power to shields, but I'm thinking we might get an interesting sector in the future, so perhaps with a weapon drop. So it's a tough call. It's always a tough call. Always a tough call, guys. I'm gonna go with this for now. I might regret this in the next sector, but we'll see. Got some more power there to engines anyway, so we hopefully we'll get some faster charge on our 0-point drive. At first, there doesn't seem to be anything around in this area of the system, but looking closer you can make out several floating hunks of ship debris some way off in the distance, as well as the Star Federation's insignia, just barely visible on one larger piece. They wouldn't have gone down without a fight. Yeah, that's right. Some of our allies there sadly went down fighting the GLF in this system. Yeah. It's a shame. Any comments from the chat? They're coming in. We can't see that at the moment. Nothing at the moment. Okay, fair enough. Again, though, we're happy to take any comments and questions.
Yes, as the comments come in, I'll see if you've got any questions.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to go to the next sector here, see what awaits us. I would have probably, I think after this sector. Wait a minute, we got something. Wait. Oh, nice. Very nice. Walking into this sector, you encounter a Kinos destroyer. Federation Captain Kinos Technology Tractor Beam prototype trial underway. Kinos Collective wish improve relations status with partner Star Federation. So these guys are going to offer us a tractor beam. Now, currently there is a known issue in the early access version of this game where right now sometimes this sector will give you a random weapon drop instead of an early access. Instead of a tractor beam as it's early access. So right now we just have to assume that we're going to get a random drop from this particular one. This is an issue that we are aware of. It will be fixed in a future build. So given that we've got 7 torpedoes, I think we're definitely going to take this, guys. We're going to take this. We're going to get a weapon. We did actually get the tractor beam that time. That's very nice, so I can show you guys that as well. The tractor beam here fitted to our ship is a weapon that does no damage to hull armor, but if it lands a clean hit on the enemy ship, it completely reduces the evasion to 0 for a set time, thus making it much easier to land torpedoes and other weapons. So that's going to be handy for sure. So what I'm going to do now is go to this sector here, and I'm actually going to go that route there. Yeah, I see where I'm going to go. All right, nice. So we're hopefully going to get a chance to use our tractor beam soon. That's going to be handy. We've got an incoming encrypted transmission from Star Federation headquarters with an admiral asking our mission status. It's going well. You'll find an emergency supply drone circling one of our beacons nearby. You are now authorized to take its contents. So we've just checked out a drone, supply drone there. We've got 10 crystallite and a couple of torpedoes. A useful top up.
Not bad, not bad. That's okay.
Yeah, so going to the next sector now. Let's see what we got here. And we have a Kinos. I have never seen this layout before, and I've played this game a number of times, guys. I have never seen. This guy has got no less than 3 ML4 quad lasers. This guy is going to unleash absolute devastation on us if we don't shut him down very quickly. So we probably want to get out of here.
So this is an unfriendly Kinos.
This is a Kinos ship that's gone rogue. We need to actually get out of this sector immediately.
Yeah, that's going to end
smashes us. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
We need to leave now.
We need to get out of here right now, guys. Our engines have been knocked offline. We've got a breach there in engines. This is really bad. I think we're done for. No! Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. That was... Okay. I didn't expect that. I've never seen that before.
No.
Alright. So yeah, you can see, guys, how quickly this can go wrong if you're not prepared. If we'd had just a bit more hull armor before coming into that sector, we might have been alright. But going into that with less than 50%, that was never going to go in our favour. I think also if I'd only targeted their gunnery system that time with all weapons, I actually put some on the shields, some on the gunnery, which meant that their gunnery did not go offline in our initial salvo. If I'd targeted everything on gunnery, we may have actually survived that. So that's partly my fault there. That was an incredible onslaught. My goodness, wow, that was savage. So these things can happen sometimes. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, and also coming from what should be, or most cases, is actually a friendly race.
The Kinos most of the time
one, so that's the rare one.
Yep, they are semi-friendly. So that's how we found some rogue ones, which is pretty nasty. So okay, before we move off this time, what I'm going to do is actually take my power out of medical since it's not being used right now. Put it into engineering. So we've got the 20% evade chance on engineering. So I'm going to get moving here to the first sector and see what we've got this time. We have an enemy Maverick class scout, transmitting a brief message warning us about the collapse of the Star Federation before terminating communications and charging their weapons. So, I think it's going to be a good idea to target their gunnery and their shields. They've got a Viper beam here, which is trained on us, and that there is a weapon that does decent damage to shields, although not a huge amount of damage to your hull armor. Punched through our shields quite handily there, but hasn't really hurt us that much. We've taken the shields offline and they are down, giving us some crystallite there and missiles, useful drops. Very nice.
Yeah.
Alright, that was not a bad start, not too bad. This is how this game goes sometimes.
Good start to the game, but it is really strategy as
tactics,
you go through space. As it would be if you were really there.
Yeah, Federation transport here locking onto us with its weapons. Baffled, we're double checking our sensors, but all readings indicate this is a friendly vessel. Just then you receive a hail. Surprise, Feddies, we've got your ship and we're taking this cargo for ourselves right after we finish you off. It's pirates. Of course it's pirates. They've taken over the Federation transport there.
Yeah.
This is a Shubal class transport. These guys are actually very heavily armoured, but they only have one weapon, as you can see. Sometimes, just like in FTL, you'll have an enemy ship that actually can't pierce your shield, so these guys are really no threat to us at all. We can take these guys out at our leisure. So what I'm going to do is show you here that this ship is indeed heavily armoured. You can see we've landed a hit on the hull. It didn't do much damage at all due to the amount of armour they've got, being a heavy transport ship. The downside with this ship, of course, is it has rather poor evasive capabilities, so it can take a beating, but it can't really avoid most of your shots. So far it's only dodged 1 of our 9 shots. So let's keep attacking it with the ML3.
So how weak are there other areas in that ship then?
Well, they have a rather feeble weapon system as well. You can see that they've only got 1 ML2, which is
so what happens
just a double
people,
shot.
in case they're wondering,
They've got a fire in their shields. They are in trouble. We set them on fire. Nice.
In their shields, yeah. So if we were, say for example, we were to target their bridge,
yeah, let's do that.
Wondering what would happen then if we target their bridge.
Let's go and target their bridge right now. So targeting their bridge will actually, of course, destroy it like it just has done. That means now they'll no longer be able to avoid any incoming fire at all. We're going to hit their engines next to really knock these guys offline. Alright, they only have a small amount of hull HP remaining. They're done for. The fire in their engine room, their shields room was not helpful for them. And they're finished. Nice. We put the pirates down. Okay, and 11 crystallite was our reward for that. Not too bad. Okay, so far so good. You'll notice in the earlier sectors here, the enemy weapons tend to be a little bit lighter, so you have more of a chance earlier on. They're not going to hit you straight away with 4 ML3s like we got earlier. No. ML4s, I mean, 3 ML4s. So we've got a GLF ship here patrolling, raising shields. They're packing an ML3 tri-laser, and I think we're going to hit their gunnery and their engines this time.
Yeah.
So they've got 1 shot through here. They've landed on our medical bay. Let's see if we can hit that gunnery. Okay, nice. Their engines are offline. Also did some splash damage affecting their life support module, so these guys are in a lot of trouble now. If we can land a hit on their... Oh, okay, they're definitely getting their shots through. We've landed some hits on them. They're almost done for, but they've also damaged our hull armor a bit. Don't want to see too much more of that, and they're down. Nice. So of course each time you take out an enemy module, that also does a small amount of hull armor damage as well. So therefore as soon as you land, a hit that destroys one, as you saw that time, although they had a decent amount of hull HP remaining, or a fair chunk remaining anyway, our shot still took them out because of course we destroyed a module in the process. So that's why that happened. So what I'm going to do here is just fix our sensors up, and there we go. Nice. Okay, get those repaired. Got a small amount of damage here to our crew. Not too worried about that, as right now they're fairly healthy, so I think we should be good to go to the next sector. So can we see what's going on there? Yeah. Let's have a look. As you drop out of warp, you notice a fleet of GLF cruisers engaging their 0-point engines. Before they can react, they've already warped out the sector. You quickly chart a course to the next sector, being sure to master your warp signature in case they return. So these guys are going to come back soon if we don't get out of here. So let's move. And that actually raised an interesting point there about the star chart here. So the star chart right now, as you can see, you're moving around fairly unhindered. In the original FTL, of course, you'd have a fleet chasing you around the star chart, or the whatever the map was in that game. Right now, we're not sure whether or not we're going to go that route. Now, if we do go that route, we probably won't have a fleet chasing you. It'll most likely be some kind of right now what we're thinking is if you will, a mercenary, excuse me, perhaps an enemy assassin, if you will, this kind of thing. In other words, an elite ship that chases you around the star chart. So this is an idea we've had. In other words, if you don't stay out of range of this enemy interceptor ship, you're going to bump into him, and it's going to get nasty very quickly. He's going to be very, very powerful, going to put you in a lot of trouble. So we're certainly considering these options right now as something that will basically add a sense of urgency as you're going around the star chart. So you can't just casually walk around. There's going to be something basically pushing you along.
A Red Baron.
A Red Baron, if you will, an enemy attacker, or maybe even a fleet, or maybe a timer on this gate, something like this. This is what we're currently considering doing for the star chart. So, moving to the next sector for now, we've got your 0-point engines have barely started cooldown when you receive an incoming hail. Welcome to the Cell Shell, our fully fitted outpost, has all your refueling needs covered in one place. There's a fuel station here. I think we're fine for fuel. I'm going to decline that, we don't need fuel. You close the hail and prepare to leave. So that was a merchant sector. There are other merchant sectors you can see as well. But I think we can leave that one. We don't really need fuel at the moment. Got another sector here. It doesn't seem to be anything around in this area of the system, but looking closer, some Star Federation ships were taken down here, the poor guys, but I'm sure they would have put up a good fight. Okay, going to the next one now. Let's see. Got here a friendly Star Federation Shoebill class transport, carrying small arms for the war effort against the Galactic Liberation Front. Captain, they hail. We tried to dock at a refueling station a couple of jumps ago, and it must have been that one we just saw then, but those blasted GLF scouts chase us away. Can you spare us some fuel to get to the next sector? Of course we can. Yeah, we're friends after all.
Well, okay, we will.
They're getting out of here right now. They're going to set a course out the sector. They've given us some crystallite in the process. Thank you very much. That actually puts our crystallite above 100 now. We could take an upgrade possibly, but then I don't know. We only got 2 weapons, so that said, we have a lot of torpedoes. I'm not sure right now whether to take an upgrade to shields or engineering or a reactor upgrade. This is a tough choice. I think.
Well, yeah. So, do they actually know what these do? You know,
yeah, we did mention those earlier in the stream.
Yeah. Okay.
Upgrading your shields, of course, gives you more shield power. Fairly self-explanatory. Engineering gives you more evasion power and faster charge for your warp. Medical, of course, heals your crew faster. Life support restores your oxygen faster when it's powered. And in the final version of the game, adding gunnery power will allow you to keep more weapons powered and online at once. Right now, you don't have to concern yourself with weapon power.
So engineering,
but that will be something that happens.
Yeah, so what advantage will we get for engineering?
That'll give us better evade chance, so I'm definitely thinking about doing that. I think last time we didn't spend our crystallite on this minion. We got we paid the price for that, so I'm going to spend some crystallite here. I'm going to do a shields upgrade and a reactor upgrade and pump some more power into our shields. That will enable us to take slightly more damage for
evasion is good as well.
Evasion's also handy.
Because you know, if you can evade in incoming, then this will help to keep your hull in good order.
Yeah, just before we cover this sector, guys, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. We're just doing this 0 Point development stream as part of the Steam Next Fest. If you like what you see, please do go ahead and wishlist us. You can also download the demo, which, although it doesn't have quite as many features as this particular early access build, is still pretty interesting and worth checking out, definitely.
Yeah. So the early access build, we're hoping to come out very soon.
Yeah.
If you are wishlist with us, then you're going to get a notification for that, and when it comes out, and you get involved in it, and hopefully, you know, come along with us on the journey.
That's right. So, warping into this sector, we notice a Kinos destroyer close by, not responding to any hails. Ordering a full scan of their ship, analysis indicates the vessel has been travelling in an oval-shaped loop for the past 6 months. Modules and hull are in good condition, but there are no life signs detected on board. Whatever happens to this abandoned ship seems to be a true mystery. So, who are the Kinos? So, the Kinos are a race in this universe of alien robotic-type creatures who specialise in movement-based weapons.
Yes.
Their signature weapon, of course, being the tractor beam, which can be used to immobilize enemy ships for a brief period of time, thus making them sitting ducks for incoming missile attacks and other projectile-based weapons.
Yes.
They are somewhat friendly towards the Federation. They're not hostile at all. I'd say they're neutral to friendly. They're looking to improve their relations with the Star Federation. So if you come across a Kinos many times, it's going to be a good encounter, although sometimes they do have rogue elements as well. So you need to keep your eyes open for that.
If we do have them in the game, I think, don't we?
We have a model of a Kinos. Currently it is not implemented in early access, but we do have a model, rather cute little robotic creatures.
You might see these, I'm just covering that, we might see these if they board in the game on our ship, So we do have a Kinos, which is, well, it looks pretty good.
It does look good. Also, in the future, we'd like to have Kinos crewmen available for your ship, which will have, for example, a certain certain stat buffs. Also, one thing we haven't covered yet is that, currently right now we don't have these implemented, but we will do. For example, the captain here may receive certain buffs that he's able to bestow upon his crewmen. Of course, you're the captain of the ship, but the guy here in the gold helmet is, if you will, the acting captain underneath you of the ship. If he's alive, he's going to be able to buff the rest of the crewmen, for example, by giving them faster manning speed, health regen, this kind of thing, whilst alive. Now, if he dies, you'll lose those buffs. Similarly to an FTL, the longer you have your crew active, manning each given module, etc. and so forth, the better they'll get at manning that module. So, for example, the guns will get faster at charging the guns the longer he stays on there. So there's going to be this elements of experience and veterancy as well. In this sector, the nebula surrounding our ship is far from normal. Sensors indicate high acid concentrations in its gases are threatening hull integrity. At the same time, you're picking up metallic signatures originating nearby. Some kind of supplies? We could stay here and investigate, or we can leave without risking damage. Right now, our hull is fairly healthy, so I'm feeling in a risky mood. Let's go for it.
So we stay.
You order a forward course on impulse engines and nearly collide with a cargo crate directly in your path. Your crew quickly opens the airlocks and brings it safely on board, avoiding any damage to your hull from the corrosive gases swirling around. So this was actually the best outcome here. We got 14 crystallite plus a fuel cell. Very handy. Alright, so let's move to the next sector here.
But you might have always got that outcome.
No, one of many possible outcomes. Here we've walked into a sector of pure pain. Okay, that's the best way to describe this. This guy here, a pirate cruiser skulking around, angrily hailing you, Federation filth. I'll never forgive you for killing my brothers. Arm up, boys, it's time for revenge. That's our cue to leave, guys. All weapons targeting enemy gunnery. These guys have an absolute array of weapons here. We need to get out this sector as soon as possible. Okay, I'm going to leave as soon as we can. I'm not even staying. These guys are just too much of a threat. They've already taken out security. Double beams on us. We're getting out of here now. Let's get out of this place. We need to leave right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, that
So we
was
just made
disastrous.
that, and unfortunately, I can already see we're taking some serious hits to our hull. You know.
The Galactic Liberation Front is the one true legitimate authority in this system. Your days of tyranny and oppression are over, Federation lackey. You can dismiss their hull. All the weapons armed. These guys with 2 Viper beams plus an FM5 torpedo. Our oxygen module is offline.
I'm kind of wishing we'd put some more power into our shields earlier.
Yeah, you might. Well, fortunately, we do have some extra shield power, but they're holding. But just about, we're in trouble. Enemy gunnery is offline.
It's very, very bad. We need to warp out.
We've taken massive damage, but if you look there, we're actually okay. We've knocked out the enemy gunnery, put a breach in their gunnery, so they're in trouble right now. Briggs here is nearly dead. Oh my goodness, I nearly lost Briggs there. Nearly lost Briggs. Get into the med bay. Going to get power out of engineering into medical. Start healing that guy. Man, as you can see here, guys, things get very chaotic very quickly if you don't pay attention.
It does.
So you really need to pay attention. Their ship has broken apart with a powerful explosion. Fortunately, our O2 module just about hanging in there. 36% oxygen across the ship. It's time to take weapons power out of engineering. I mean, put it into life support temporarily. Heal our guys up here and make sure we get this ship back into order, because right now we're looking at a pretty dire state.
Yeah, you see, so in the battle there, in the heat of battle when you're playing, we nearly lost Briggs then because we didn't see. You know, we did. Well, you know, obviously if you're playing on your own, you didn't actually see that happen. So it's easy to, you have to keep your eye on exactly what's going on. Especially on your ship members. Just talking about that, if we lose one of the crew, is there any disadvantage apart from the fact, of course, he's not on his post?
Well, yeah, if you lose a crewman, of course, you will lose, in future builds, any veterancy he's built up during his time on the module. Yeah. You'll also lose the ability to man that particular module. Therefore, if, for example, if your gunnery man here north dies, your weapons will charge slower. Yeah. Your engineering guy dies, of course, you'll have no one on engines. And if you lose the captain on the bridge, you'll need to send someone else there to man the bridge instead, because with an unmanned bridge, you actually can't warp, so that's not very handy.
No.
Let's repair this damaged module here. Excuse me. We're going to repair the shields module here. You can see that we've still got oxygen warnings flashing all over the ship there because we took some damage to life support. Actually, life support is a really important module. If you lose that, you're going to be in trouble, so you don't want to lose that.
Yeah, you can't heal him in.
No, so here we've got here the engineering. It's back in good condition. We're going to power that again like that. Okay, that's good. Alright, what's not good is the fact we only have a tiny amount of hull HP left. This is bad. Alright,
that's particularly bad, yeah. We need to find someone that's going to help us out with that, I think.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to go to the next sector here now, which with our current level of hull HP is not looking good. We haven't. Oh no, we've got an enemy hit GLF here, guys. He's got an ML4 and an ML2. Oh no.
So it's a red alert. We've got hostiles. It is red alert. Yeah.
Just
we're charging fairly quickly, so they might have a chance to get out of here if we can.
No, it's not looking good. We've got a fire.
Get out of there quickly.
Life support module has been knocked offline. We've got a fire there. I'm warping out.
With the skin of the teeth.
I can hear the flames burning, guys. Oh no!
Unbelievable.
Oh no!
Unbelievable.
No.
Straight into it.
No, guys. No. I think this is where the run ends. It's very sad, but I don't think we're going to survive this one. We salute our Federation crewmen, guys, because I don't think we're going to be seeing them again. They fought valiantly for the Federation.
They did fight valiantly.
They did their best. Oh my goodness, that was really, really bad. Oh man, that's how the game goes sometimes.
We were going okay there. We were all right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, to be honest, the error we've been making in our strategy here is we actually need to get to the gate sector sooner rather than later. So I think this might be actually the final run of the stream, possibly. I'm not sure. It depends where we are right now. How much time have we got? We're okay at the moment. Okay, we're going to do a run here now that focuses on getting to the gate sooner. Not immediately, because of course we still get beaten up, but we're going to get there within as few jumps as possible and see if we can actually do this now, guys. Because currently, right now, we've been getting beaten quite badly. So yeah, a formidably armed GLF warship waiting for us in this sector. Excellent, as Captain Hales. We've been waiting for a Federation straggler to use as target practice. This is an enemy Dragoon class cruiser, so these guys are fairly confident. So what I'm going to do is teach them a lesson here. I'm going to target their gunnery and their bridge this time. The gunnery, of course, a very important module to target.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Fortunately, they haven't damaged us yet. We're going to tuck their bridge down if we can. We missed both shots on the bridge. Are you kidding me? Oh no, that was really unfortunate. Okay, so let's see if we can get some damage on their gunnery now. The gunnery has taken damage and the bridge is offline. Nice, that means they won't be able to evade incoming fire. So now our ML3 should get through, hopefully. And yeah, we've also dealt some more damage there, although Yeah, I'm not that happy with this, to be honest. We could have really focused both weapons on the gunnery. It's still intact and it's still putting out damage, so this is not good for us. Damage is bad. Damage is definitely bad. Come on, guys, let's put that gunnery down. Come on.
Could we have actually targeted the bridge?
We could have gone everything for the bridge. Actually, they're just about to get their bridge back online, so...
Yeah.
No, not quite.
Oh, no.
Nice. Nice. Enemy ship down. So we received for that 27 crystallite, 3 fuel, and 1 torpedo.
So I think...
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I think on this run we need to look more now at how we can sort of keep our hull integrity up. Because obviously we've always lost, well, you know, I don't know,
taking a chip
18% or something there or something. So, you know, we need to look to power our shields, I think. Because we're coming across quite some heavy threats early on.
We are. I think that's actually a very good idea you've had there. I'm going to go for that one. I'm going to listen to that. We're actually going to put some power into the shields. Taking power out of medical here, pumping it into the shields. That'll give us a bit more incoming defensive power. Also, what we're going to do when we get the chance is upgrade that again. We'll need 100 crystallite to get another reactor tick of power and more power for the shield. So we're going to go on a shield-based defensive run this particular run. See how that goes for us. Because, you know, we really have been getting beaten up quite badly by these enemy ships. And, this is it's not good. We're the developers of this game. We're getting beaten by our own game. It's not good.
Yeah.
Anyway, you stumbled across a pirate cruiser about to finish off a civilian transport. Blast, we weren't counting on company, lads. Gunned down that witness. Can't have the Galaxy Police on our tails now, can we? Well, we'll see about that. So let's take out their shields and their bridge this time. We're going to eliminate their evasion. Of course, our enhanced shields are actually protecting us completely against their fire. That was quite a good move there. They've got a fire on their bridge. That's going to put them down fast. Nice. Their bridge is down. They've got their bridge on fire. Excellent. All weapons, of course, have a chance to both breach and set on fire, although some weapons are better at it than others. In the future, we'd also like to add dedicated breacher and fire starting weapons, which is something that is quite a fun concept, I think. Also, we'd like to add more status effects in the future, but right now we have breaches and hull fires, which are pretty good.
Yeah, we're certainly banning those, and I think one thing that's worth saying at this stage, you know, maybe we'll cover that tomorrow. We're going to be streaming again tomorrow.
Yep.
Between
starting at 10 a.m. PST, 5 p.m. GMT. That's right.
It's 10 PST if you're out there. If you're where we are, it's going to be 5. I think it's 4 actually.
I think it's scheduled for 5, but you can always check that later. It's either 4 or 5.
You can check on our scheduled lineup.
Yeah, we'll be announcing on social media as well.
Yeah, we're nice on social media, but also we will be saying something there, making an announcement very exciting for this game. Not been done before in certainly FTL, which we are thinking we'd like to implement. And it's a big project, but it would transform the gameplay for this game and the fun of the game, I think, for players. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow, I hope, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got here a 26 crystallite drop there, which will take our crystallite over 50. That's a handy bonus there. Also, of course, you know, we're going to need to have some more crystallite to get our reactor power upgraded suitably. I'm looking at our power right now. Yeah, no, there's no way we can do it at the moment, guys. We're going to need some more reactor power. So right now, let's hold on to that 53 crystallite. So I'm going to move to the next sector, and let's see what we have awaiting us here. We have an enemy Kino ship. He's only packing a single ML2 by laser. He's sending us some spam there, saying the sensors indicate their computer may have been corrupted by a virus, but there's no time to ponder it. The weapon systems are targeting our ship. So what we're going to do here is not worry about expending our missiles. This guy is no threat to us. He's only got an ML2. We've got upgraded shields, so we're just going to concentrate on taking down their ship one step at a time. Alright, so let's see here now. We've got ML3 focused on their enemy shields module. And okay, we're going to try and take them out if we can. Okay, alright. Well, we're certainly doing the damage here, guys. This is going to be like an attrition battle here, because I'm not prepared to spend our torpedoes. There's no need to. One thing you'll notice as this battle is going on, that our shields actually regenerate very, very slowly at the top left here if they haven't been taken offline. If they do get completely wiped out, they'll regenerate a lot faster. But as you can see there, once they've taken damage, they come back slowly, which is just a useful thing for your ship there. So up against this guy here, he has got a breach now in his medical bay, and his shields are looking pretty low. He's down to 50% hull already.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so that's pretty good for us.
Yeah,
down to good for him. So
okay, he's just lost his medical bay. In the current state of things, I think he's about to lose his shields as well. Almost. He's sustained heavy damage. Yep.
You see, he missed us there. See, because we got evasion up.
Well, he's also not able to pierce our shields because our shields are upgraded. He only has an ML2, so this is an early stage enemy who's not really a threat to us.
Yeah.
And he's down.
And there he goes, a bit of practice there. Bit of practice for us early on there.
Okay, this is a good sign. We're doing well so far here. I'm going to keep moving towards the gate. We would ideally like to reach the gate sector here just before we finish for the day. And right now we've got here a Maverick class civilian scout, a faint distress call on entering this sector. Mayday, we were crippled by a pirate attack and our life support module is barely holding together. Can you spare us some crystallite for repairs? Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's a hard decision. They want 50 crystallite to repair their life support. That would be the right thing to do, or we could say we can't spare any. Oh no, I don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, you know, if we do the right thing, as it were,
yeah.
I mean, is that going to affect how they treat us if they meet us later in the game?
I mean, we might get a reward for it, but it depends what reward they give us, really. Oh, okay, we'll do it. We got four torpedoes. That wasn't that good, to be honest with you. No. The Federation came to our aid again, just like you did all those years ago. Take these military grade munitions. Oh, well. Okay, you get what you're given, I suppose. All right.
Yeah, and that
fair enough.
Do. And so, yeah,
oh, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, and just for the viewers, yeah, just don't forget to wishlist us. This is early access we're playing, and we hope to release this very soon. You'll get notified about if we wishlist. Also follow us on Twitter, where you'll see all the latest news, what we're doing, and you know what we're
absolutely
as the game progresses as well. We've got Discord there as well. So please go ahead and take advantage of all those. Give us some support, much appreciated.
Yeah, greatly appreciate that, guys. I just used one torpedo here to take out his enemy shields, and now we'll finish him off with a blast to the gunnery. Nice. So I think, to be honest, it's going to be now or never. I'd like to have done this later, but it's now or never. It is time to take on the enemy.
Take on the gate.
Enemy battleship, indeed.
So,
Let's see what we've got here. He has an array of Viper beams. I have never seen so many Viper beams. You soon receive a panic distress call. Federation warp station is under attack by a heavily armed GLF warship requesting immediate assistance. Alright guys, it's all in. It's now or never. Everything on the enemy guns. Let's do it. Okay, everything on the gunnery. Come on. Let's do this. We're going to win. We're going to win. I believe in us. He has 4 Viper beams, but if he can't charge them in time before we can get his gunnery down, we might just be able to do... I take that back. Massive damage. Massive damage. Bad. But we put his gunnery down.
Oh, we did.
It's down. Okay, guys, I'm gonna aim at roughly where I think the shields are next. We have taken a huge amount of damage there. I'm gonna send a guy to fix our broken sensors so we can properly see what's going on. Right now we can only see their status icons. We can't see their modules anymore. So I'm gonna get those back online. I don't really know if I'm even firing at the right element, at the right part of the ship at the moment. He is on the ropes.
He's on the ropes.
We are as well, but we could even be in a good position here. His shields are down. Guys going back to stations there. Shields are down. Is that the final hit of the game? Could this be it? Yes.
Oh, it was.
Woo.
It was.
All right. We actually did it, guys. With the defeat of the GLF blockade, you've overcome the rebellion, secured this area of space for the Star Federation, but who knows what battles await. The final score of 838 there. That was fantastic. We actually took down the enemy battleship. You know, I had my doubts, to be honest with you. I had my doubts, but we did it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's set out alpha there, by the way, but that's
it's early access alpha, yeah. So there's going to be lots of new features out of the game. This is something we're working on actively.
I think it's fair to say in the early access. I mean, you can still play the alpha while the Steam Fest is on.
The demo,
beg your pardon, the demo till Monday. But when the early access comes out, I think it's fair to say that it's not going to be that easy to get through the gate. It won't be that easy, I don't think. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were very nearly taken out there. Certainly, we are going to be doing further balance changes, adding more features to the game as we progress. We're looking forward to doing that. This is something that we're very passionate about.
It is.
And we're welcoming you guys' community feedback.
Yeah.
Anything you may have to share with us, such as bug reports, suggestions, feel free to do so on our Discord or Twitter. We're always there, happy to answer you guys and to potentially take that on board. So, yeah, we really hope you guys enjoyed the stream today with the 0 Point early access being shown here as part of the Steam Next Fest. We'll be back actually tomorrow for more streaming, where we're going to be live again for another hour tomorrow. So
I think it's 4 actually.
Let's just get some
GMT.
Confirmation on that.
Let's just get this confirmed while we're on the stream.
I'm going to just go to the Steam event list here.
Yeah,
and
we're
5 p.m. Yep, 5 p.m. or 10 a.m. PST.
So we'll actually be here tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. GMT. So actually the last hour of the Steam Fest. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, last hour.
So you can get in and watch us there. We'll be there at the last hour of the Steam Fest tomorrow, 5 p.m. Our time GMT, 10 a.m. PST. So yeah, come and join us then. We'll make that announcement I said about earlier, what we're hoping to put into this game.
Which
is very exciting. Quite ambitious for us, I might say, but very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, if you'd like to join our Discord, you can find the link to that from our Twitter page. Which you can also see from the store page. If you scroll down, you'll see our Twitter link there. You can also get from there to our Discord. That is where we have a number of channels such as bug reports, suggestions, all this kind of thing. We will be paying attention to the Discord and taking that feedback on board as we progress through development. So this
Twitter
is a project we are
there.
massively excited about. We hope you guys like what you've seen so far. If you enjoyed the stream today, please do go ahead and wish this the game. Helps us out. We'll also notify you when there's updates available and when we eventually launch early access. So this is a massive project for us, guys. We're really looking forward to making Zero Point the best it can be. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. You can see on the screen right now some screenshots from the development as it progressed. We'll be posting more updates on our Twitter and Discord, and again we'll be back here tomorrow at 10 AM PST, 5 PM GMT. So we look forward to seeing you guys again then. Thanks very much for joining us. This has been the 0 Point Dev Team. We'll see you again.
See you then.
Thanks for your support.
Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye guys.
See you then.
See ya. Bye.